So my name's Robin, and I live in Lake Forest Park, Washington. And we started working with Ashley at First and Main, I want to say about a year ago. So we, on Fridays, go to Bothell because there's a great restaurant scene there on the main street, and we drop our boys off to play Magic the Gathering up at Zulu's. And Devin and I, my husband, Devin and I, would oftentimes just take walks down Main Street, and First and Main has a beautiful showroom. And so we would oftentimes drop in there and like sit on the furniture, the couches, and browse around. And we were always welcomed so warmly and also not chased around. We came in and started talking with the designers, and there was no pressure ever to buy anything, and the quality of the furniture was so excellent at lots of different price points. And we thought maybe we'll get some new chairs for our dining room. And so we found those chairs, and my husband ended up working with Ashley to order those. And that was kind of our first experience. We've never worked with a designer before, so those were something that we picked out that we liked. And then in getting to know Ashley, we kind of uncovered some misconceptions about working with a designer. We are not designer people. We've always bought our furniture from kind of the big box stores, and so in my mind, only really wealthy people worked with designers. But I've found in working with Ashley that that's not the case. In fact, she has told me that she's worked with folks that have tiny budgets to make, kind of their design come to life, find the right pieces. And Ashley really has listened to us and pushed us to consider things that we would have never considered before, but showed us how those pieces would work in our home, and then also did that all within our budget. And when she presented designs with us, she could tell if we really liked something, and she would push that forward. And then she really pressed us to explore the things maybe that we didn't like as much. And then she responded with kind of a new updated plan based on our likes and dislikes until we would arrive at something that we were both really excited about. So it's been a really fun process. Since that initial purchase, we have redone our kind of big open living space with Ashley, which we're gonna see today. And we're also ordering now new furniture for our bedroom. And then phase 3 moving forward, she's gonna help us install some new floors throughout our entire first floor. So all of this together is gonna work. And there's, again, I don't think any way that we would have been able to do this cohesively and get the same level of quality that we are getting working with Ashley. I just don't think we would be able to do that by ourselves.
Wow, that speaks really highly of Ashley. Wow.
It does.
I know that she's an amazing designer, but thank you for sharing.
Sure.
So how does having a designer make you feel? Like, what did it do for this process that you would have had to do on your own?
Well, I think it has allowed us to move through the process faster. I think when I look back at how I've purchased furniture in the past, it's typically like one piece at a time, and there's a lot of kind of angst around decision making, usually some disagreement, and we never know if we're kind of getting the best product for the price that we're paying. So this experience is much faster, and I think ultimately better value, because everything is cohesive. It comes together in that price point that we're looking for.
That is awesome. And I mean, what did you think? I know it was a year ago you said, but how did you feel when she broke the news that her service was complimentary? Because at first you just started with the chair, and then now suddenly you have a complimentary designer doing your whole home.
I think it's again, some misconceptions about how working with a designer works. And in this case, I mean, it is such incredible value. And it's not just value, but it's also a great personal relationship. It's really fun. And there's a wonderful creative process shared between people. And I swear my husband and I have argued less about these types of changes than we would have otherwise. So maybe it's a little marriage counseling thrown in there too.